Yep.
You're trying to get it for the Elita class?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Get the C store version, especially the tier 6.
Mainly so I can finish that the console set.
By the way,
Ah,
guys, can you don't do any dictator?
maybe.
Tell
Yep.
everybody that they got to go to that page. I need the support.
Okay.
You're live.
Oh,
Oh.
I
So,
completely
hello, ladies and
forgot about
gentlemen.
I
Alright, so
forgot
yes,
about
Aaron and I am
another.
finally catching up on the STO news. Aaron just posted. Now, Josh also told me that I was like, okay, it's coming soon. But now, as Josh and Aaron was pointing out, about an hour ago, the Phoenix lockbox thing, Phoenix Pride Tag. I call it lockbox because it looks like a lockbox, but it's not. It's a Phoenix Pride Tag just came out. So right now, this whole weekend, you'll be able to, starting today till May 9th, which is when? May 9th? Oh, so you got a whole week for the Phoenix prize tag. That's everything else. You'll be able to get everything, including, now they just added a new ship. Which I'm not seeing.
Oh,
Basically, the latest shit that everything else. If you missed the Christmas shit and the last year's summer event shit, they're now in the lockbox or the prize tag, so you're able to get them. That's everything else. So as of, like I said, starting today till May 9th, the Phoenix prize tag is definitely back. That's everything else. Now, real quick on the next news. Now, we're going to do the FTO news later. Again, like I said, like I was trying to do a quick shout out. The weekend of that, if you like doing the junior officers, because it's down at the Fleet Academy or the Cleon Academy or the Ronlund Academy, that is the event going on starting this whole weekend. That's everything else. So you'll be able to, level up duty officers, get duty officers, and that's everything else. But the big thing is, if you're trying to get the free T6 ship, starting today, pop this open, here we go. So starting today, for a bonus coupon progress token, we can claim the teacher task force Operation Rotatos, from May 2nd, which is today, to May 6th at 10 p.m. You can earn 100 coupon progress token per day, 20-hour time limit, so you do have the 20-hour time limit to deal with. You can apply these tokens to your progress towards unlocking a new T6, which will come out daily in 2019. So, these little events you need to be looking for and watching for, this everything else. This is the first one. So starting today, you can go ahead and do it. You can queue up for it. There's a 20-hour cooldown. That's everything else. So tomorrow and the next day, you can queue up for it. That's everything else. So this is the very first one. You definitely want to be kind of looking up for. You definitely want to be teaming up and kind of going for. So this is the first one if you're trying to get the T6 free ship in the fall. That's everything else. So definitely team up with some people and go do it. Next big thing. Anthony Duty Officer Promotion. Now this is like R&D, but these are your duty officers. Cause just like you got the junior officer down at the Fleet Academy, if you buy duty officer boxes and everything else, you have the chance of getting free ships in here. Um, They're starting today. We're also going to be having a 20% off starting today till Monday. These are your duty officers and everything else. Did you have the chance of getting one of these ships in the duty officer lockbox? So if you're trying to get one of these ships and everything else, yeah, definitely try to grab some of these and everything else. But again, there's a 20% off on these boxes with a chance of getting one of these free ships. this and everything else from the duty officer attack, because it's junior officer appreciation weekend, this and everything else. So definitely the trying to grab that. And then finally the big last final news. Okay, attachments. Alright, resolve the typo and the recruit promotional reward tax, so that's a typo. Resolved an issue that prevented engineers who were wrongly denied or discovery or task action from using the console necessary to complete the accolade, faculty 428 accolade hologram master. There was a bug issue that if you was on a third tune, regular third, not toss tune or whatever. Regular third tunes, it would work perfectly fine. But the Ronlin, if you're the Ronlin tune, Dominion, Discovery, or toss character, as you saw, they was bugged out where you couldn't complete faculty 428. Well, they claim to have fixed it, but we'll see. I hate this next mission on passion. Resolved an issue of Denard Gauntlet, which caused enemies in the top not to be hostile to players in certain conditions. Now, I had actually seen that where I had some friends of mine who was actually on their toss character, this and everything else, and when the so-called Terran toss people came in, they were not hostile. They were friendly of all things. So we couldn't attack them, and we couldn't do anything. So we had no choice but to basically take a penalty and leave. So hopefully that's gotten fixed and everything else. So it was kind of interesting that when you was on a Discovery tune or a toss tune, and the so-called Discovery Terran people would go in, instead of them being target, they were friendly and just sit there flying around doing nothing. You couldn't do anything. So hopefully that's been fixed now. Resolved an issue that caused the final contact to disappear. There it is. Not now on completing the Rise system patrol. If you're trying to do like the extra mission and get extra points, there are these planet systems around sector space that you can click on and click up and do extra just to click at the extra points. I will give a spoiler alert on some of those planets. They used to be part of the storyline. They need to kind of go back and fix a lot of them, because when they started revamping a lot of the old stories, a lot of them, patrol the system, never got fixed. It just, you'd have to go patrol it. It was part of the storyline, the original old storyline that you had to do while you was leveling up your characters back, 7, 8, 9 years ago. So a lot of those patrol systems are still part of the game, but at the same time would bug out because it's thinking, okay, you're in here, you're doing your level up on a federation. So do not be surprised that some of them are still glitched, because they need to go back and fix a lot of those patrol planets and change them and fix them. So don't be surprised if you get stuck in them. The best way is to simply exit the game. When you come back into the game, it'll put you back outside in sector space, and then just bypass that patrol mission. Resolved an issue that allowed messages from Lucky Tide mission to be dropped. Not sure what that's about. Remove duplicate text when hailing temporal contact mission in Ragnar. If you're doing the one where you're basically needing spoiler alert, and the Ragnar mission, you basically run into Scotty. You also run into what's the hell's name? The Russian guy. What's the Russian guy's name?
Chekhov.
Thank you. In that one, there is an odd bug that when you go running in there to everything else, you're basically supposed to be taking Scotty to there, check out that they're waiting for you, this and everything else and all. there's a kind of an odd dog, just everything else. If you're on a temporal character trying to do it, it kind of gets messed up because you're doing the temporal, just everything else and all. So they do need to fix that. Hopefully they do, just everything else. But don't be surprised if that mission glitches out on you, because you gotta remember, you're a temporal agent working, doing things, just everything else. Scotty has an idea what this little device is he's holding in his hand. He knows what it is, but he's trying to find the owner, which is Chekhov, just everything else. But it does bug out sometimes. Resolve the typo with a linear chip reward on our inside job, so that's just a typo. Now the big one's right here. Now, do you remember on the last patch, they gave everybody an oversized overflow bag. Resolved an issue that was causing overflow bag to open over the player inventory. If you have like a small inventory thingy, because you don't have it next out like I do, just everything else, the inventory overflow bag would literally cover it up, just everything else, and you would have to exit out of the game, come back in, move the inventory over some, so that way you can grab it. And the only way to close the overflow bag is to close your inventory, just everything else. So hopefully they fixed it where now you can click on both of them and handle both of them. But there was an odd bug that if you had the regular default sized inventory list and you had a bunch of stuff on your overflow, the overflow bag would actually cover your inventory and would kind of get stuck there until you basically find a way to get to the inventory, close inventory to close your overflow bag. So that's a little odd bug. Hopefully they fixed. Resolved an issue that caused the tooltip on disabled landing page to display incorrect information. That's just a typo situation. Now, here's the big story. Command Dreadnought Cruise Bundle updates. Update shifts and then to discussion. The little trader shit that you get, you'll notice it has been changed. It is now Nagi frigates, this and everything else. Now, these actually come from, if you've got a T5 Stardust and you've got your Stardust all maxed out and you're able to get to elite shits, this and everything else from your, Stardust, your fleet Stardust, this and everything else, you can get these little frigates, from your thing. And in fact, go ahead, take a look. I just picked them up. When I seen the news, I was like, ooh, I gotta check that out. So as you can see, there they are right there. So yes, this is basically an update to everything else and all. But like I said, if you've got a fleet completely unlocked to everything else, no, that's the shuttlecraft. I'm not to stick to it. I thought I did. That's the Terran one. That's the mineral one. Alright, let's jump to ours. That way we can take a look. Something? Yeah, take them to like these. That way you can actually take a look. I'll show you, ladies and gentlemen. So how you guys doing?
I found a bug.
What did you find? And bug hut don't count.
No. I am out here at Murasaki 312 system.
Okay.
Flying around in my ship, and I cannot get my normal view to enable. I usually have mine set to for the chase camera. It is not in chase.
Okay. Yeah, like I said,
I went in there specifically and changed it.
Alright.
Twice.
Now I'm seeing our shuttlecraft. There's the frigate. Okay, there's the one to the Wool-on shirts. Here's the Tentro one. Um,
Bingo. Got it.
okay.
Third time was the charm.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they flipped it. Okay. So when you're at your fleet-based, as you can see, Class C shuttlecraft, so it's a flip. I thought it would frigate, but as you can see, yeah. So I do have them. So yeah, you're kind of wondering, yeah, they're expensive. As you can see, they're all the way down here. As you can see, 100,000 fleet credits. Looks like 38,250. Return Dilinity and everything else. Now I've already picked them. I already picked up the tear. Just everything else. There they are right there. But I will have to say, when it comes to Star Tower, yeah, if you're using the Acheon, yeah, you see it comes got Acheon 3 and Dean Overload 3. So this thing is going to be a tower house of the ship. Just everything else and all. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to doing this. And yet, this is the fleet version. Just everything else. So later on, I'll be doing a streaming of that and showing that off later on. And I am going to go ahead and get that. So now it's just basically a Titan. It's alright, so this here is the Klingon version. As you can see there, right there, the Nacha Lord of Prey it's now been changed to the House of Nakak Fighters. Like I said, this is the Klingon version of this shit that you got the bundle tack. Then right here where I find interesting, as you all saw, I just picked up the trait. Result of two-tooth error, unified engineer, starship trait of the dense, the bridge officer recharge teeth the portion of the trait from displaying. Resulting issue that caused the unified engineering starship trait to get left of National Hall as it should have. I actually saw that, and I quickly did a Doug report real quick, because when I did it, you saw it saying that it was doing its speed up and just everything else. The night Starship Hall, no heal at all. My cut didn't get no heal at all, just everything else. So hopefully that had been fixed, just everything else. So if you've got this shit and you've got the trade, yeah, don't be surprised that there's a tooltip error and basically it's a, I'm guessing an AI or animation ability that's not kicking in, basically. So you're not seeing it. Yeah, see, these are the shits right here. The following item has been added to the Phoenix price pack. The Zorgon ship, which is the year the Thor, I want to say, the son of the, like a year ago, I want to say, the Green Raider ship, which is like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the Joint Interceptor was last year's anniversary ship, I believe. But you can kind of see all these ships have been added in. The Simcock Pulsequade, if you missed the Pulsequade ability, this and everything else, there's that one. The Near Universe dual taser sets now in there. So a lot of these have now been added in. The one duty officers, as you can see, they have all been added in, this and everything else and all. Starship E-Nodes, I'm hoping to get some of these because I want to get the thumbs up, the Snyder. Now, to the ones who, a long time ago, when they had the Phoenix, or not the Phoenix, the Fringy ship, And then they changed it to where you couldn't roll over. You had to do the event every single time they came out to keep up with it to get them. So the fringy shit, they did this thing that if you had all of these fringy things, you can turn them in and get these little e-notes that you can put above your shit that everything else and all. So I'm glad that they finally put this in, because I had been requesting. Now, you know, my Ginny Jr. has all of them. But on my Klingon side, if I remember correctly, I think I had the thumbs up, thumbs down, and the face, you know, the sad face and the happy face. So I am hoping soon that they, yeah, right there they are, smiling sad. So I am definitely going to be looking forward to them, this everything else, because like I said, my Ginny Jr. has all of them. But on my Klingon, I only have the smiley face, the sad face, and I want to say the thumbs up, thumbs down. These one here I don't have. The little long crosser I don't have. So I'm glad that they finally put that in. So on the Klingon side, I can get all of them. And then lockbox. If you're using the Phoenix tax and everything else, as you can see, now you can get master keys, I'm guessing, out of them. Master key can now be achieved from cleaning 3 lockboxes. Lockbox now stacks up to 100 times instead of 20. So if you then like, you know, running around like I've been doing, thank God, finally. So if you're running around trying to get all these lockboxes, I don't have any, do I? No, I don't. Yeah, I do, right there. Emperor's lockboxes. They used to get up to 20 and then stop, 20, stop, 20, stop. They're now going to go up to 100. So now you can do 100, 100, 100, 100, this and everything else on these lockboxes, this and everything else and all. As I'm understanding, let me go back. See, master key, so if you store master key, instead of doing, I think it was, no, yeah, it's up to 99. You got the 99 and that was it. You know, start the next row, start the next row. So now you can store up to 100 times on master key in your inventory. Master keys can now be activated to clean 3 lockboxes. This is going to be cool. It used to be, I am probably going to waste. Let's see where. When you had these here, it used to be you had to open these first, and then you had to go to these. They have now changed it to where when you open up one of these, whichever one, so I'm going to slot these 2 down, whichever one that's in your inventory list, when you click on master key, if you don't want this, get rid of that. Because the reason why they have now changed it that when you click on it, any lockboxes you have in your inventory will automatically be opened by a key automatically. No more open first, click, open first, click, open. Whichever lockbox that's in your inventory now, when you click it, it's going to automatically open one of these automatically. So if you don't want none of these and you want the infinity lockboxes and everything else, in fact, I'll show them. Let me do that. Let me go over here to my bank. That way you can actually see it in action. I have to believe I have a bunch of them, because I'm always storing those empty boxes. Alright, 13 thirds. We're going to dump these, because we do not care. I do not care. Goodbye. Good riddance. Oh, I do have a bunch of them right there. Alright, so let me walk away. So if this is done correctly. Where are you? Done correctly. And I get 5 keys, so I'm gonna take a chance, see what we can get. Click. There they are. And like I said, whichever ones you have, oh, no, man. That is clean. Really? Yeah. No, no, so I misread that. Alright, well then. There it goes. Never mind. I had it backwards. Alright, so you just get a load of these stores. Alright, so apparently I had it backwards. Ooh, there it is, personal trait. What do we get? What do we get? Stay straight, stay straight. Okay, we'll look at that later. Okay, so apparently, like I said, I had it backwards. So apparently, when you click on the key to everything else, as you can see, it gives you a tree lockbox. I was misreading that. I thought you had to click on it to everything else. Did you see? No, you can actually claim a tree lockbox. Interesting. Alright, so I was misreading that. See, if Darren was here, he would correct me and point that out that I was misunderstanding that. So, anyway, so now that you can be stored up to 100 of them. Loaded crystals. Now, if you're on loaded crystals, use only a stack. I think it's 20, 20, 20, 20 or something. As you can see, now you can keep loaded crystals in your inventory, and they go all the way up to 1,000 in your inventory. So that's actually going to be pretty interesting. So you guys have any questions? No comment. And then that's really the big news. The Phoenix back, the lockbox is back. Duty officers. Let's see. And as you can see, they're all, now these here, because you've got the Delta, they're always available, to everything else, but I've already got them unlocked. But as you can see, you know, yeah, all your duty officers are on sale. Again, the Quadrant, Klingon, the Legacy, the Legacy pack, okay, yeah, I've got that one, and the Romulans. So they're all on sale, as you can see. They're all on sale. And
I'll be back later, guys.
okay. Where's that one? Hey, don't see it. Not you. Now these here, I'm not sure these will count. If you're doing the event or anything, I'm not sure that will count, but I would not be surprised if that would actually count just everything else, you know, because you throw 1,000 to get one free one, just everything else. So I'm not sure if that would count or not, but as you can see, here it is right there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and author out. We're going up on 30 minutes. And that's pretty much the STO news, just everything else. Troy, you have any questions?
Nope.
Alright. Like I said, I'm Jenny Jr. of the SAS. I got Troy. You just heard Nick jumped off. Guess he's gonna get dinner because I just realized it's getting late. It's closing. Well, not really. It's only 4:30. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, just everything else. Give me a couple of minutes to get me something to drink, just everything else, and then we'll be taking a look at this complete version of this shit, just everything else and all. That way you can actually see what this shit can do, and we'll go from there. So, see you in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen.